So I want to talk to you about why info marketing. Earlier on I was saying to you about, one of the things that happens when you get started online is overwhelm, frustration, multiple different ways of making money online. It could be local business, it could be Forex, it could be anything else. But for me, I just know that info marketing is the way to go. It is absolutely the way to move forward with your business, not just because it's what I'm doing now. I spend tens of thousands literally a year on mentoring, working with the top people in the industry. And I know so many people who make money through multiple different methods online who are pretty much dropping the majority of markets that they're in, from physical products to Amazon affiliate links with physical products and everything else, and they're focusing on their information marketing businesses. Okay, so I want to just make sure that you understand the importance of that. So first of all, information marketing, typically ebooks, videos, courses, training sites, this sort of stuff where people are paying for information. Okay, so first of all, there is massive leverage. You can obviously sell this stuff 24/7, 365 days a year. Okay. Information is one of the biggest markets. I'll give you the exact statistics in a moment. But the leverage behind selling it, imagine if you're out in the Caribbean, you've got campaigns running and you know that when people buy your products, they're getting them delivered automatically in their inbox, they're accessing the membership sites, they're getting the information on autopilot. It's just so much more leverage. A lot of people talk about local business and advertising and Forex and everything else, but in my opinion, you can't leverage that the same way as you can information marketing because you've got the restrictions. If I'm building an online business based around the Reading area like I did when I first started, I'm completely restricted by providing a service within a closed environment. With information marketing, I have a global market. My products and services, training, information, or anything else that I'm selling in the info marketing world is absolutely delivered on complete autopilot. And I have the confidence. And has anyone here ever been on holiday and you're like panicked about your job or you're worried about your business? When you're away, you want to switch off and you're just worried about what's going on. I know it happened for me all the time. I'd go away and I'd be panicking about, what I hadn't done in my job, things that I hadn't been able to do, fulfill, problems that I was having. Many of my students with traditional businesses have exactly the same problem, whether it's fulfillment, staff, whether it's all the other stuff that comes with it. When I go away, I know that my members sign up, get their accounts, create their accounts, get the information, download the information, access the videos, access the tutorials, and they're getting that information automatically. Incredibly leveraged. I sell all across the world, majority of my customers, UK, US and Australia. But we do have a global market. We're in, I think at the moment we've sold in over 68, so it's nearly 70 countries just with SFM alone. Products can be sold again and again at no extra cost. You create that information product and it's just sold again and again and again and again and again. You don't need to fulfill, you don't need to print, you don't need to package, you don't need to post, you don't need to do all the other things that you would typically do with most business models. You don't have to provide a service. The problem with providing services, which is what I've seen a lot of people, the trend doing on the internet at the moment, is it's still you. How leveraged is that? What if you want to piss off to Australia for 6 months? The title of this was 6 months to 6 figures and how to live the internet laptop lifestyle. You're not going to live the internet laptop lifestyle, in my opinion, if you've got to be on phones, on certain calls or doing certain things at certain times to deliver. That doesn't mean you can't be part of your business. I'm here today delivering information. It's me. This is important. But the point being, the bulk of my income comes from my information products and services, which is delivered time and time again. I can categorically say I am making money right now standing here whilst my online business is working for me. Sound good, yeah? Huge profit margins. Some of my products, as you're going to learn on the strategy today, I earn 100% profit. 100% bloody profit. How many businesses can say that? And I'll explain to you the strategy behind that. I look at my mum's business. She's lucky, she's high ticket, she sells kitchens, luxury kitchens at that. But her margins are like 15% on what she's selling. The business that I used to be in, after staffing costs and everything else, overheads and everything else, sometimes we ran at a loss, but on average we anticipated our margins being 15–20%, which for some businesses is a very good margin. How does that compare to 100%? In some of my information marketing businesses it's 50%, but do you know what? Because I've got affiliates, or maybe even 40%. But do you know what? It's very easy to fulfill, it's done time and time again, there's not a lot of cost involved. And 50%, for anyone who is a business owner, will still know that that's a bloody good margin, in comparison to most business models. But for the bulk of my business, 80% of my products and services that I market on the internet is like with the strategy that I'm going to be teaching you today. I see it as 100% profit. Crazy. As I said before, can be done from anywhere as long as you're online. The thing that I appreciate more than material things and everything else is definitely freedom. And I think that my opinion is when I look across the board of my students, whether they just be the online students or my personal students, when I really get down to the nitty-gritty of what it is that they are trying to achieve, it comes down to freedom. And it comes down to that ability to really do what they want when they want. And an information marketing business gives you that better than anything else that I know. And if anyone else knows anything different, then I'd exploit it. But, you know, the reality of the situation is that I finish up today. I can't even remember my next physical meeting that's in the diary. I think I've got one next week. But bar that, I mean, I could literally jump on a plane and go anywhere I want. And it doesn't have to be a holiday. And I make that, the reason I make that point is, you know, sometimes I go away. This year's been the least I've gone away. Yeah, I've probably gone away 3 times more than anyone else I know. But, you know, the way I see it is that I often go on holiday. I was in the Caribbean earlier on this year with the girlfriend and I had my laptop out, and I know people probably sat there thinking, you know, the guy's got to work, poor sod, you know, surely you just go on holiday to relax. Do you know what? I don't care. I love what I do, and I don't go on holiday so much now for a holiday. I go away for what I more see as a change of environment, a break. I love it. I absolutely love it. I get bored lying by the pool for 2 weeks. Bored out of my head. But do you know what? I don't get bored lying by the pool with waitresses bringing me my cocktails at the all-inclusives when I know that I'm running my business and making money. You know, so it's information marketing businesses enable you to do that. And I really wanted to sell this concept of info marketing because recently on some of the webinars, I probably bored people to death, but I keep going on about think about the end result that you want. And I see it with my own personal students. I've had the conversation again with Scott many, many times where I've said, well, that's fine, that idea is great, you know, but is it going to give you the end result that you actually want out of that idea? You know, is it a short term? Information marketing is where I believe that the future is, as I'll be talking about, and it just gives you that ability to design your lifestyle. Again, you don't need tens of thousands to get going. You can operate your business around your job, as you can with a lot of internet-based opportunities, but it's important that you think about it. It's a $400 billion a year market, and 100 billion of that is in teaching and coaching. And I say that because you're affiliates of SFM. Most of you certainly intend to be, if you're not already. And that is the area that we're in. We're in a $100 billion market and in the info market business. So if you're going to make it as an affiliate for us, one, I'm just trying to prove to you you're going into the right marketplace. And two, if you are thinking about growing your own existing business, maybe think, how can I turn that to be the teacher or the coach rather than the person that's actually doing? Let me give you an example of a guy called Joe Polish. A guy in the US, ran for a long time, multi-millionaire marketer, ran a carpet cleaning company. And this guy, like most of us, wanted to learn marketing to grow his existing business, okay? And what he ended up doing is learning marketing, applying it to his business, and attracting a lot more customers to his business. He got more jobs, more cleaning jobs, made loads more money. In fact, turned his business from a low 6-figure turnover to a multiple 6-figure and then into a 7-figure business. He then started to get passionate about marketing. People wanted to know in the industry what he was doing and how he was doing it. And do you know what? He turned that knowledge that he learned in marketing and started coaching other carpet cleaning companies how to grow their business. The guy now has an information marketing business, teaching people in an area he's very knowledgeable about, but he's not doing the carpet cleaning anymore. He's providing the training, the coaching in that market, within that niche, along many others now, and he's turning over multi-millions a year. I don't know for a fact, but I know it's tens of millions. And he's teaching businesses how to market effectively by going into the teaching coaching market via info marketing. Does that make sense, yeah? So if you're not passionate about a specific product or service right now, and you do feel passionate about what you do, maybe think, well, if I can gain this knowledge, how could I then help other people who are in my existing situation? Because the chances are you'll live a better lifestyle being the info marketer than you will be the person running the staff cleaning the carpets. Hopefully, I hope that sort of makes sense. And people are simply prepared to pay for knowledge. Now, if you look over time, let's go back, prehistoric or whatever, you know, food was the biggest priority. And then it was like material and gold and silver and financials and everything else. I believe where we are now and where we're going now is that the future is in knowledge. That is what people want. Okay, the system of schooling and college cannot possibly keep up with the way the world is going. If you look at YouTube, Facebook, social media, interactive business online, it's not being taught. The knowledge is not being taught in our own education system. How big do you think that makes our market to go out there online and teach this stuff and sell the knowledge to people who need and require this information? It is a massive, massive market, huge potential, and as I said, the biggest thing for me that I've come to realise is that there is no educational system, you know, that actually provides the knowledge and training and information that the majority of young, up-and-coming entrepreneurs want to receive. Therefore, what are we doing? We're finding people like Stuart Ross online who can teach it. We're finding people on the internet who are experts within their fields who can teach the up-to-date modern ways of doing things. And I don't believe personally schools, colleges and all the rest of it will ever be able to keep up with what's going on. They'll never ever be able to. One, they're so far behind, so how on earth can they catch up? And two, just with the way the whole system is run now, they'd have to take a massive U-turn to actually be able to leverage and actually teach this information effectively. Therefore, the teachers, the coaches, the people providing the education that people are starving and hungry for could be the people in this room providing it. And you just need to think, you know, how can I be the information provider within the markets, places, the interests and the areas and expertise, and build an info business that's going to give me the lifestyle that I want to lead? Does that make sense? Good stuff.